Welcome to another episode of Behind the Scenes Britton with me, Clive Britton, where we delve into the minds of ordinary and extraordinary people to find out what's really going on behind the scenes in today's Britain. But before we move on, I'd like to introduce, as always, my co-host and producer of the show, Will G. Jones. How's it going, Will?
Excellent, Clive. Lot to unpack here today, I feel.
Absolutely, mate, absolutely. Looking forward to it. Introducing our very special guest today, soundman extraordinaire, a postman in all weathers and with a traveller's heart who continues to find the great melody of life. Always the music, Fred Goodlife Ball. Welcome to the show, Fred.
Hello, Fred. Welcome. Thanks for
Hello,
coming.
good evening. Thank you. My pleasure.
And I must say what a pleasure it is to have you on. Frederick Ball, born December 1952, that makes you a Sagittarius. Sagittarius traits include being adventurous, optimistic and freedom-loving, with a strong desire for intellectual exploration and a love for travel. They are known for their honesty, bluntness and sometimes impetuous nature, often seeking excitement and adventure.
So yeah, sounds spot on there, Fred. I feel.
You get that off Linda Cumberland.
Mr. Meg.
Can you please give us an insight into your humble beginnings, starting with early childhood experiences, which in turn will lead us to your updated stories of self-discovery, such as Tales from a Shipyard, amongst others, which you have been posting online. Take us on that journey.
Okay, yes, right. Where did it all begin? Dundee. I was born in Dundee, Royal Infirmary, 1952. Don't have much memory of that. It's kind of, I really woke up in Malta. Dad was in the Navy.
So Dundee, so Scott. Didn't know that. Didn't know you were Scott. You a Scot at heart.
I've been away so long.
So did you start off at school?
No.
So,
I say my earliest memory was Malta. I vaguely remember
okay.
Dundee.
So you started off in
I left
Malta.
there when I was 3.
Okay, left
Yeah.
Scotland to go to Malta.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, tell us about Malta.
So
Then.
how did your family sort of progress to like Italy shores and?
Malta, well, Dad was in the Navy.
Right,
So
okay.
he got posted there. I've got an older brother and sister. My sister's passed away, but Sam, who's 8 years older, and Rosemary, who's 6 years older. So there's a gap between me and them, and that's because my parents split up. Dad went off to Korea, came back, they got back together, and that was me. Yes, Malta, fantastic. You can imagine the contrast between the east coast of Scotland and the Mediterranean for someone as young as me.
Yeah, just the heat and the cold, I would imagine, is a big effect.
Wind off the North Sea, but Malta was ecstatic. I think it's the happiest my family had ever been.
It's easy to see why. Yeah, it sounds like.
In those,
A geographical question, just
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
How big would you say Malta is
I've no idea.
in comparison to sort of part of England that might be?
Size-wise, it's probably about 4 times the Isle of Wight.
Right, okay.
Yeah, that's
that's,
probably the biggest.
that's not big, is it?
No, not as Malta. Yeah.
So did you go to school in Malta?
Yes, I started infant school there. Once again, the memories are a bit kind of vague. But
Yeah, not to be ageist, Fred, but 1952, we're talking a different time here. I mean, we're definitely talking pre-internet, aren't we?
I wrote it in.
Yeah, well, I'm in the same boat there, mate. I'm always talking about.
But it's nice to hear how things were slightly different sometimes. So, what's your earliest school memories then?
My earliest school memories were getting the cane.
Okay.
I was an infant.
Yep.
This was a Navy school, and they were tough.
And this was normal, wasn't it? This was normal getting the cane.
1950s.
So on the hand or on the backside?
On the hand. Yeah. Purely because I was in the wrong room at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Because I was little and didn't know where I was supposed to be. But
And you got it for that.
and I got the cane for that. Yeah, just some grumpy.
And how old would you have been?
I would have been 5.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was pretty young for that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But I say it was a different era, 1950s. Clout around the ear and that sort of stuff. It's
Yeah, we still had the cane at my school when I was not 5, but I'm talking 12ish. 13, 14.
Yeah, things have certainly changed a lot. But it's funny when you say about pre-internet. I mean, I was thinking I'm 72, and the changes that we've all seen in our lifetime.
Potential.
Sometimes you think it's more like 150 years.
Yeah, absolutely. I often think like that. The space time in the future, 1999. Back in '76, there were songs, wasn't there, in the '80s. 1999. What's going to happen then? That's going to be the big change around. We never believed it would have gone as far as it has. I mean, now we've actually got robots that are coming out onto the market, so everybody's going to have a robot, for God's sakes, you know. Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
Back
no,
to where we
that's
was.
all right.
Yeah, so where do we go from there then, after the caning?
Oh, the caning now.
No, so what is the education like then?
Well, it was infants. Thing is, I could read and write before I started school because my mum taught me. She was quite a remarkable, intelligent woman.
Okay,
What did she do?
Yeah, tell us a bit more about your mum then.
Mum, well, she and my dad met when they were both in the Navy during the Second World War. It was one of those wartime marriages which shouldn't really have happened, but that's...
Why is it?
They were just totally incompatible.
Okay, all right, so it wouldn't be different.
Mum was from a, what do you call it? It wouldn't be middle class, but like trades.
Okay.
Okay, that level.
Yeah.
Dad was from a mining family in the Midlands.
Okay, so
something,
yeah.
something in
Oh,
Ashfield.
he wasn't a miner, he was out fighting.
No, he
was in the Navy.
he was apprenticed to become a fitter in the mines, but he joined the Navy to basically to get away from the coal mines,
okay.
like a lot of people did.
And this was just past the war as well.
No, this is before. I mean, Dad would have been 17. He was born 1920.
Right, okay.
So he signed up just in time to, go and risk his life.
Right.
Yeah, so that was my dad.
Did you
So-
ever think about that? Did you ever think about that? How your dad had to go through that? So
Oh, certainly, yeah. It's in later years. Obviously, you don't think about that when you're growing up. It's only when you've got your own taste of what it's
the world
like out
brings.
there and go through problems.
Where did he end up in, during the theatre of war?
My dad, he was all over India.
India, right?
Yeah, he was in India. I mean, he grew up in the Navy.
Right.
He used to tell a story about they were on their way to San Francisco under the Golden Gate Bridge,
Yeah.
and I mean, like he was a rating. I mean, he was a kid basically, and so the expats out there had we've got all these seamen coming on, so they've got in all this beer and food and stuff, and of course the your regular Matlows weren't interested in that, so they sent a party of these kids up there.
party of these.
Of these kids, these young ratings,
right, got ya.
teenagers, up to go and meet the locals and that, and get
Yeah.
absolutely slaughtered.
I got thrown by the name you used there. The matter days, were they called?
The Matlows.
The matter. What was that?
It's a French word for sailor.
Okay. We learned something there, everybody.
Mandalo's. Yeah, I've
Yes,
heard that one
indeed.
before.
Yeah, so I mean Frisco, he saw quite a bit of the world. Then he was out in Korea. He was a telegraphist and air gunner.
Okay.
Okay,
It's a wide range.
Please explain to everybody telegraphist.
a
please.
telegrapher, Morse code, mate.
Okay.
Morse, yeah, forget this stuff.
Okay,
It was
That's
clearly
kind
claiming
of where the internet is supposed to have come from, though.
Probably, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
But he used to, a bit like Biggles, used to be in a biplane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2 cockpits with the driver, the pilot, and Dad at the back with a machine gun and Morse code key. Yeah, the flying string bags or string beans or something they used to call them. They were left over from the First World War.
Right.
So that's what he was going when he transferred to the Fleet Air Arm.
Okay.
That's when he got off the boats, got into planes. Off to Korea, back from Korea, get together with my wife again. They separated. She wanted to leave him, but
Whereabouts were you living at this time in England?
by then, let's see, Malta. We went to Gosport.
Whereabouts is Gospel? Whereabouts?
That's on the coast near Portsmouth. It's
Okay, yeah, down south.
Yeah, Leon Solomon is the Navy base there, and that's why we were there prior to my dad leaving the Navy.
Right. How old were you then?
Let's see, First Communion. I'll be about 10.
Okay.
Yeah, no, probably not that old actually. Yeah, about 8. But was a couple of years.
Right.
Yeah, so it's quite a tempestuous upbringing with your father and mother, sort of out in and out of each other. Not really. Did you have to, it wasn't a stable family setting that you had? Can we say that?
It was reasonably stable, but you see, the separation was before I was born. It was them getting back together was the reason that I'm here now.
Yes.
But
What do you mean? Why you're here now?
well, because they got together and I was the conceived.
Yeah.
When,
Right, okay.
They'd have struggled. They'd have struggled from
I
across
was
the
saying,
wall.
right, yeah, I got you right.
yeah, career's a long way. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The,
Oh, you got me.
yeah, right. Where was
So
I?
you've done a lot of travelling yourself, then, Fred, haven't you? Is this where this came from? Maybe this, but you got it from your dad, perhaps? or-
Probably because I mean, after leaving the Navy, he struggled to find to find his way in Civvy Street. He's the sort of, or he was the sort of guy that, yeah, well, I'm going to be all right.
Yeah.
He'd done whatever number of years it was, 22 years, and you sign on for a period of time in the Navy. Anyway, his turn came around to sign on and go, well, we don't need you anymore.
And he was off.
So kind of, he was offered training, but being the stubborn guy that he was, he didn't take it. I'm going to be all right, and he wasn't.
No.
He was not
Mentally, or just not prepared for the outside world.
Being in Civvy Street,
Yeah.
I mean, I found this when I worked for the post office. Guys that had left the military, the forces, gone into the post office because there you get a uniform.
Yeah.
People know who you are
Yeah,
because
sure.
you've got stripes.
Security
and-
guards as
and-
well, isn't it?
There's a
Coming in the
hierarchy.
streets.
There's a hierarchy to it.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah.
more about dealing with people. I can talk to you like you're crap because I've got
Okay.
status
Yeah,
in this
yeah,
organisation.
absolutely,
Even within the post office.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh wow. Yeah.
Do you know what? I saw a great
We'll
Muhammad
come back to that.
Muhammad Ali quote the other day, and he said, "I don't trust people who are rude to the waiter and all that to me."
Yeah.
You know, which is on the opposite end of that,
Yeah.
isn't it? You know,
I think it was more a style. It's just something that everybody did.
yeah,
You know, and the people that,
Yeah.
that were spoken to like they were crap just put up with it because that's what happens. You
yeah.
know.
That was like 1970s England.
Yeah, so I see you,
1960s.
that's being your traveller side, that 1970s England. Is this when you started to go further afield yourself?
No, this would have been. I mean, this particular time when he left the Navy would have.
No,
been
yourself, when
early
you were
60s.
doing your
Oh, me.
travels. Yeah.
I don't. It wasn't a conscious thing.
No.
I mean, I went from job to job. It's only now looking back that I realised that I was looking for a job that I ended up doing years later, which is as a postman.
Which was the postman, yeah.
Yeah, as I said to somebody the other day, I didn't have a career path. I just careered through life.
What sort of jobs did you have in the meantime before you found being a postman?
How long you got?
Yeah, come on, take us on a journey.
It's
It's
Tell
all
us
on
your story.
Facebook, you know.
Give us a
Ba-dum.
little bit.
Yeah, no, come on.
I could do one of those Lonnie Donegan things. I've been everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Give me a guitar.
Yeah, it's very interesting though. We'd like to know just a couple, only a couple.
Okay,
of
a few,
no, you don't have to go too in depth.
I tried office work when I first left school, and that was a basic grounding and everything. That was quite interesting. As a shipping clerk, progress chasing. I don't know if they still do that. Even typing, doing dictation, all that stuff. But
Did you get your hands in operation for that? You know, to actually the type it because they do it so quickly, don't they?
basically, it was more like that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it was the
One
first,
finger at a time, very slow.
the first electric typewriters, the IBM golf balls. That all you had to do
Yeah,
was look
I
at it and
remember
something
them, yeah.
happened. You know.
Yeah.
I once had a cup of coffee go sailing past me as the typist was getting used to it and pressed the return button. Wing! Cup of coffee on the little filing cabinet went flying past. But, yeah. So office work.
Yeah, so it wasn't. So you've done a few different jobs. So it wasn't so much
few.
your So it wasn't so much your lust for travelling that sent you all around on these different jobs. It was your just the work.
I
Like,
was
and that's how you ended up on the ships. And
Yeah, I was drifting. I left home. 17. I had to get away. That's a whole different thing. Won't go into
No,
that
that's not.
because we'll be here next week.
yeah, part two maybe.
Yeah, I got a job as an article clerk for a chartered accountant in Little Argyle Street, which is just around from the Palladium. Went to stay with my brother and his wife in Parsons Green, and I think I just did 2 months there. So I'm thinking, what am I doing here? It doesn't make sense to me. I want a job that has something that I can see that I've achieved, and that's basically what led me through all these jobs I've had from being on a coaster, being a deckhand on a coaster. I mean, that was
A deckhand on
Yeah,
the
tell us,
coast.
tell us about that.
a coaster. A coaster, you could call it a tramp steamer, but you'd be being rude to people who work on coasters. But it's home trade. Basically, they zigzag backwards and forwards. So there are certain limits on how far they can go as far as home trade. But
What, like a trading ship?
you pick up a
cargo,
cargo,
yeah.
pick up a cargo of coal, go somewhere, discharge that, go to the bit like taxi drive, go to the next nearest port the agent sends you to, and it could be
And what year was this?
anything. This
Ish.
would be 1970. Yeah, 1970, 71.
1977.
What was playing on the radio in them
Pink Floyd.
Uh,
days?
Everybody's kung fu fighting.
Oh, really? Right.
I remember that specifically because I got onto the ships because my mate Mark phoned me up and he went, "Do you want to go to Amsterdam?"
Oh,
And I went,
nice.
"Yeah, sure. What's the deal?" And he said, "We need a fourth hand on this coaster." What's the coaster? So he told me. I said, "Yeah, okay." I mean, I jacked in a job the previous week. Didn't know what I was going to do next. I mean, that's.
It was the 70s, man.
Yeah, right. So I got on a coach up to Gainsborough, Lincolnshire, and that was it for a year. We're bing-bonging around, different places. But the reason I remember kung fu fighting was we'd on a coaster you never know where you're going next until it comes to talking to the skipper about currency, because he had the bank, you know. Yeah, how are you doing for this? No, fine. How are you doing for marks? Oh, yeah, I got loads. You know, we're off to Germany then.
Yeah.
We went to Hamburg, and funnily enough, no street map or anything. You just seem to gravitate towards the red light district,
Oh well. Yeah.
the Regenbahn.
Naturally.
And I mean, that place scared me. It was just so heavy.
But the aura of it. It had
Just
maybe.
no, not so much that. It was just something in the atmosphere there.
Really?
You know, I mean, if you listen to people from Europe, particularly Poles, East Europeans, if you don't know the language, when they're talking to each other, it sounds like they're having a sodding great barney.
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, it's only because of the guttural language
Yeah.
and the
tone,
rate at which
the
they
tone?
speak.
Yeah.
Yes, that as well.
It's like the word please, isn't it? This is the only country where we use that. You know, everybody else is just straight. Just get on with it and do it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, please and thank you. Yeah, you're right there. There is that sort of. There is
That's
that.
what I like about the Dutch. I mean, they're so direct.
Yeah. Almost sounds rude
Yeah.
at times. Yeah.
Anyway, these different places we were popping into, the bars, obviously, because that's what you do. That was what was playing. Every single one. Everybody was
That
done.
was the thing. That was the thing.
Yes. Yeah, so that's basically.
What about how did
coaster.
how did that then lead into family life for you? And you obviously married, and Mrs. B, is it Mrs. B?
Mrs.
Can you
B,
tell us a bit about
Jackie. Well, it took quite a while to get there, because I mean I went through another 25 jobs before I went to the post office. Anyway, Mrs. B. Now let's see.
Can you take us through every?
No. Like I say, we'll be here next week. Yeah. That's why I couldn't write a CV years ago, because I couldn't remember all the jobs. So I used to add a bit of time onto each one to fill it out.
Mrs. B. I know Mrs. B as well.
Yeah, Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie. Yeah. Well, what's new as Jackie? She was a good photographer back in the day, and I think I remember her struggling a bit to. Her eyes were letting her down a little bit. How's all that going?
Okay, she doesn't. She gave camera away. Yeah, she started doing her City and Guilds in photography at local college.
Right.
She just lost her confidence.
Right.
And this was the old film camera, and yeah, she got pretty good at it. I mean, there's still people in Crawley.
I remember her photographs. They're great. Yeah.
where did you meet? Where did you two meet?
Where did we meet? Right. I don't know. Yeah, I'll be honest here. I was in Ramsgate. I was in a relationship that went really, really bad.
How old was she round about here?
Let's see. I'll be about 28, I think.
28,
Yeah.
okay.
Anyway, I got in trouble with the law,
Right.
and I was given community service. Yeah, and so I went along to see the guy's probation officer as well, that decides what you're going to do. And I spoke to him, and I can't remember what we said. We just kind of chatted, more or less what we're doing now.
Yeah.
He said, "Well, okay. Normally, you go out and cut grass and paint old people's homes, and that's what you do. And you can only do so many hours a week, because the idea is you don't rush through it, because it's a punishment." He said, "But we've got a local play group who we send people to, but they've asked us if we can find a bloke. They need a male presence in this group." And it was a mixed ability group, a preschool group for mixed ability. I mean, there's some severely autistic children there, all kinds. And that's where I met Jackie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was
another teacher there.
She was a volunteer there. Yeah, it was just a small group, and that's where I met her.
So how long has that you've been together?
Yeah, rough guide.
Hang on, I should be able to tell, because I got married on my birthday. Right, so let's take this from that.
Get this right, Fred.
About 34 years. We've been married 32 years.
Excellent. Oh, lovely.
Got married on my birthday. That was my idea, so I don't ever
So
forget.
you don't forget. Yeah, great. Children? Do you have any children together?
No.
Never had children. Or
No, Jackie has two from her first.
Okay. Oh, so you've got some. Yeah, you've got some.
From her first
stepchildren.
marriage, yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
I think I've met one of your daughters before, stepdaughter.
That'd be Thane.
Yeah, Thane, that's what I said. She did
Yeah.
the Swan. She did
Yeah.
some songs down there, if I remember
Well,
right.
we ran an open mic there briefly
Yeah.
when Rob Brindley was still there. Yeah, I mean, she was in a band that used to gig there, and yeah, we. I'm laughing because I don't sing and play guitar, and Thane sings, but
Yeah.
she plays drums, not guitar.
Right.
And to do an open mic, you really need someone that's going to get up, like most of the hosts do, get up, do 3 numbers, and then
to
and then
entertain.
get
There's
everybody
always
on.
the number in it, 3.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a safe point. 3,
Yeah,
so
keep going.
so no other of us could actually front it. So Thane basically gave it a go, and you know, it's like when you're getting used to playing guitar, you're doing this and then you stop and go like that, move your fingers, and then you have to look where you're going to put the next chord. Meanwhile, the brain's gone somewhere else.
Yeah, understand that.
But plus, I mean, she's a percussionist, so that was her style. It's very percussive. Anyway, that's
Brilliant.
Well, this has been fascinating, but can you please explain Wordle to me? Because I haven't got a bloody clue.
Wordle. Oh,
I
dear,
think
dear.
I did the same. I had to ask.
Oh really?
Yeah,
You either love it or you hate it. Somebody had a go at me about my Facebook page. He said, "Can you stop posting all these Wordle things on there because you know this is before they changed the feed to being random."
Yeah.
You've got no
post-
idea what you're talking about. Explain it to me.
I'll get there in a minute.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm taking the back route here.
The segue.
Think of a crossword, you do
Right.
the puzzle, and then you post that on your Facebook page.
Okay, right.
Right. Now, Wordle, someone came up with it during lockdown in the States, and it became really, really popular because we were all sat at home climbing the walls trying to not to drink from morning till night.
Yeah.
So Wordle, a lovely little game. Bit like Hangman, you ever played that?
Yeah. That
Sort
of
of
thing,
basic thing. So
okay.
you get 6 guesses.
So what's the yellow squares and the green squares?
Okay, you put a 5-letter word in. Okay, anything.
Yeah.
Anything you want. The green ones are the correct word in the right place.
Yeah.
The yellow words, the yellow letters are the correct letter but in the wrong place. And the grey ones are completely wrong.
I
I
see.
don't. Is it like lingo?
I've no idea what lingo it is.
Thank you. That's filled the gap for me.
Not for me.
It's a bit like trying to write an instruction for someone how to ride a bicycle.
Yeah, it just gives us.
Right.
I didn't know either, Clive. I would love to know.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for supporting me on
That's
that
not a
one.
problem.
Fred, in the age that we live in, there seems to have been a rise in cases of autism, which some would say can be seen as some kind of superpower. Do you think there could be a link to vaccines, or are we just better at diagnosis? Please give us your thoughts on the subject and how this may have impacted on your life.
Right, autism spectrum condition. People don't like it being called disorder.
Okay, sorry.
No. It's just one of those. It's words,
Okay,
isn't it?
explain
Yeah,
explain
yeah.
that to us.
It's
Labels.
just words.
Why don't they like it to be?
Because I think generally, I mean, I can only speak for myself, but and I'll get around to how this came about that I found out, but it was late in life, like 2 years ago.
Which is interesting.
Yes, disorder, it's just a different way of the brain working. I mean, someone makes the comparison. I mean, if you go into a room and there's, let's say, a coloured guy there, a black guy there, you know, his skin's different. Has he got a skin disorder? Well, of course he hasn't. Autism is such a huge spectrum. I mean, like I said about the play group, I work with non-verbal kids there. So it is absolutely huge, absolutely huge. I mean, they've got something called Asperger's, which is, I'm not sure about what that is exactly, but apparently it's about autistic people that are high functioning.
Okay.
I don't think that's entirely correct. What it means is that they can do something and be really, really good at it, but without any explanation as to why.
I've heard recently that some of the non-speaking, was it? Sorry.
Non-verbal. Yeah.
Non-verbal. Whether this is true or not, but they're actually communicating with each other. I don't know if you've looked into this or heard of this. I
know nothing
there's
about
quite
that. I mean, that would be actually difficult to...
There is an in-depth. I mean, it's obviously we're talking internet stuff, but there is.
Oh no!
But there is an in-depth. There have been in-depth studies where they're saying that because of almost like astral projection, because they are non-verbal.
Well,
did you ever see that?
I wouldn't. No, I certainly had no experience of that. But we're talking a preschool group. It was 2 brothers that were both autistic and non-verbal. So I mean, at that age, they're still developing. So whether that would have been true later on,
because they wouldn't know that they're non-verbal as such.
As a kind of association, man, I've actually experienced autism in my family.
Right, yeah.
But probably not myself so much. I don't know, sometimes maybe, right? Because I'm sure it's passed on in the genes a little bit. But one of the things that interests me, I do a lot of crossword puzzles. And it's only in sort of recent years that I've noticed that I do this, right? So when I've got the word ready, when I fill it in, I always start by putting the second letter in the first square.
Really?
Yeah. And for the life of me, I can't imagine why Jan's noticed that I do it now.
Yeah.
I kept saying to her, and now she's saying, "My God, you really are dyslexic, aren't you?"
Yeah, that is a dyslexic trait.
But I
I
find
would
it
say
more
it's
interesting than confusing.
What
you
you're
know,
doing
just-
is you're already preempting.
You're
Yeah,
already ahead of
yeah.
it.
You're
Yeah.
ahead of yourself, where they don't want you to do that in school
Yeah.
as such, where they get you and you've got to do it this way.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, I can remember being at school, I was quite, I wouldn't say naughty, I was hyperactive, let's say. But I can remember, teachers saying, you know, things like you won't have a calculator in your pocket all the time. Well, who's right now, mate? Or you won't be able to spell this. You won't just be able to. And this is our modern day phone technology, isn't it?
Phone technology.
So, given that equation, would you say that would you agree that autism is a similarity there, and almost like if you imagine like a hearing aid, right, with all its components, and there's a component missing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just-
I do
So it's
indeed,
just not
yeah.
working. It's working perfectly well, but it's just that one little tweak that's needed to bring it back to.
If you make the comparison with stroke victims,
Yeah.
I mean, Jackie had a stroke.
Right. Yeah.
And obviously they're different severity, but the brain will find a way by going a different route.
To regrow. Yeah.
And that's probably the best way I can illustrate my experience of what autism is that what goes on in the brain doesn't
Clever
actually
stuff,
go the same route, doesn't follow the same.
Well, same with
sat
nerves
nav.
in your arms and your legs
Yeah,
as well,
yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
So you've been diagnosed late on in life. That's very interesting.
no.
Tell us about that.
You better stop there because I haven't had a formal diagnosis.
Okay.
Basically, I'm 72. The waiting list is something like 5-6 years. So, and I had to make the decision. So what? What am I going to gain from having somebody tell me what I already realise about myself? And the journey for me to there, I was reading The Guardian, as everybody does,
Okay.
and there was an article on William Blake. And in the article, whoever was writing it said there is a theory that he was hyper fantastic. Now, that's not with an F, that's with a PH.
I'd like to think I was hyper fantastic.
Well, hence the imagery.
Okay.
Not
Blake,
just
a writer or a poet?
both.
Sorry, painter or
And
poet?
painter,
painter.
yeah.
Blake,
I'd like to say I'm hypertenfastic.
Fantastic, yeah.
Well, this intrigued me. I've been, when you read something, it'll be highlighted so you can click on the link and it takes you somewhere else. And that's when I heard about something called aphantasia, which is the inability to make mental pictures in your head.
This is right. I heard you. This is.
Is this your?
You can't do it, can you?
No.
Wow.
Right.
I did actually write about that on.
Okay.
Yeah, you did.
And that was
Now, this is fascinating.
That was a difficult one to get people to understand.
I find it difficult. So you don't have a mental image in your head
Yeah.
when you think about something.
I cannot create a mental image in my head.
That is out.
That is kind of weird because I've done some carpentry stuff and painting and modelling and stuff like that, but I always create it in my mind before I actually go to it and do it.
Yes, it's.
When did you first discover then that you couldn't do that?
After reading that article.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
so all these years,
that's
you've
when you
never,
realise,
it's like being
realisation.
colourblind if somebody was telling you
Yeah.
that's green and that's
That's a good way of
if
putting
you
it, yeah.
never knew.
I've got to stress here that there's obviously good old internet. It's all
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and some of
The
it's
truth machine.
some of it's rubbish, but someone did a survey into this aphantasia stuff, and there's a lot of useful stuff on the internet about that, the same as there is with autism.
Yeah.
And apparently 80%, I don't know how they get that figure, but 80% of people diagnosed with autism also have aphantasia.
Really? I
Now,
still can't get my head around
That's not to say that it's a symptom. It implies it's an illness, but that's the best word I can use
No,
for
yeah, I
that.
understand.
If you can't make mental pictures, then it doesn't mean to say you're autistic, but that got me thinking about autism, and I mean I know a lot of autistic people.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them are musicians.
Yeah, funny enough.
Yeah, they do come hand in hand. I think that's what makes them far above the rest, isn't it?
So what about in regards to imagination then, Fred? Where does that tie? Do you not have an imagination?
Yeah, I've got a great
then-
imagination, mate.
it's-
You've read my post,
I'm
haven't
sorry,
you?
I don't. That was not meant to be cutting by any means at all. But what I'm trying to understand is so my imagination
Yeah.
would be pictures in my mind.
That is the problem with trying to explain this, especially on something like Facebook, or
Yeah.
people get the wrong idea and they start thinking and going off about
As
something
they
else.
do. As they do.
Yeah, I can't make pictures in my head, but what I can do is use words,
Yeah.
and that's.
So the words. So maybe that's.
It's like a word picture. I mean, how do I explain what that is?
Yeah.
I know what it is
I know,
because it's in the air, but
brilliant.
yeah.
But is there a label for this? I mean, because this is the thing, isn't it?
A label for what? Nobody. Yeah,
pre
aphantasia is the label.
70s, right? Pre 70s.
Yeah.
Anybody that had one of these conditions, let's call it, right?
Yeah, no,
Would be slated because there was like it was like almost like there was something wrong with him. Don't look
Yeah,
at
you got to go to the
the
special
other side of
schools.
the street,
Yeah, uh-huh.
But now each one of these things seems to be being tagged, and so we put this into this category, this category, this category.
Because people feel safer with the labels. Not so much the people that are being labelled,
Yeah.
but the people that are not
Yeah.
being labelled.
Yeah.
Because any sort of difference scares people.
Yeah. Has that been a hindrance, do you think, or has that been a?
For me personally, not at all. I mean, I think people just thought I was odd.
Yeah.
No, really, all the
old
time.
school, old school. Yeah, he's odd.
Do you think people still think you're odd?
I beg your pardon?
Do you think people still think you're odd?
No, because I've been open about what's going on up here, and yeah, they probably think I'm odd, but at least they understand why I'm odd.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I
Only
did-
ask that 'cause people think I'm more odd the more the days go on.
Are you odder than me?
I'm definitely odd.
I read also in the Gorniad an MP who thought he might be autistic, and he did an online questionnaire, and I can't remember the name of the questionnaire, but you can find that out. And basically, it takes you all through all these different questions about yourself, and I scored quite high on that, so I thought, okay.
Yeah. Something there.
Now, I gave it some thought, and I'm thinking, well, you can't press the rewind button and edit your life, because
Nice.
I'm the way I am now, like I've always been. And so
Yeah, you're Fred, man.
you're thinking, yeah, okay, that's
Always the
fine.
music.
But
Always the music.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you for opening up about that. But now on to the glorification of your musical journey.
Ooh.
Sound man to the local stars and beyond, organiser of many charitable events, and the harmonica ability delivered by the gods themselves. Where do we start?
I'm gonna
The
start
stage
having
is
a
yours.
laugh.
The
Goodness
stage is
me.
yours.
I
Fred.
can't wait to hear myself. Goodness me, build up like that.
How did you play the harp? Or was it the harmonica? Do you call it the harp? Or
Well, I call it, because us bluesmen call them harps.
Okay,
But yeah,
so
it's a diatonic, 10-hole diatonic harmonica. I got a cab to an open mic once, and the taxi driver said to me, "Oh, you're playing tonight? Yeah. What'd you play? Oh, I played a harp." And he looked at me.
You
know, we
they
said
were
big old
like-
Yeah.
Oh shit, I forgot something. Yeah,
They
did
really
I-
hate to start.
Yeah. The harp, I actually started playing that when I had a mental breakdown.
Okay.
I was working at the post office, and I was struggling. If you've ever experienced any mental upheaval like that, it happens gradually. You don't
know
just
it's
wake
coming.
up one day and you're gone.
Was it a deep depression, sort of couldn't get out of bed sort of stuff, or was it a mental
Not really,
side?
not really. It happened a year after my dad died.
Okay.
And that wasn't because we were close.
No.
So I should say that. Yeah, I really should have taken time off work. I mean, this took about a year to work through.
Right.
But being the post office, I was on nights, and they created this duty in the gatehouse for an old boy to basically press a button before the day of smart cards,
Yeah.
raise the barrier up and down. He retired, and they forgot to scrap the duty, so I signed for it. So I basically sat in my equivalent of a padded cell, teaching myself to play the harmonica.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Because that was something for me to focus on while the rest of my...
So music
Mental
beforehand,
state.
till then, was that absent?
No, no.
Yeah.
not
You
at
had
all.
your idols and all that sort of thing.
I first
Who
got
did
in-
you idolise in music, in harmonica?
Don't really idolise anybody. That's
Anybody like an inspiration or?
harp-wise. Yeah, I mean the old blues players, Little Walter, Big Walter,
Yeah.
but there's some incredible young players around.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance to see Will Wild, who's from the coast,
Will Wild, sorry.
Wild with an E.
Will Wild.
Yeah, incredible harp player.
Okay,
Really does online lessons free.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he understands music theory.
Right.
Yeah, no, incredible.
Can we just have a quick say hello for the first time to Chris? Can we get Chris, the old
Hello,
sound
mate.
man here?
Good evening.
How are you, Chris?
I'm good. I'm
Chris-
quite happy
Chris
to be
rarely
silent
speaks.
observer here during some of these stories.
So it's the first time you've been introduced. We've let you out of the cupboard.
On the fly on the wall.
Sorry, Fred. Carry on. So you started off with your harmonica. Who's your favourite artist, though? I think Clive was trying to
I
allude
think
to.
we've just done that.
So no, your artist.
Well, it certainly wasn't
you-
Neil
yeah,
Young.
but maybe
but-
your pop. Yeah, that's what your
I
pop.
love Neil Young, but his harp playing is while it certainly fits his music. I can't play that.
Not so much with the harp though, Fred. But when you were younger, say, what were your musical interests? Your
When I was
favourite
younger-
bands, that sort of thing. You know.
When I was younger, I'd be lying on the living room floor playing with my dinky toys, listening to my mum's jazz records.
Oh, okay.
Nice. I've been
And
recently
what
getting into jazz.
do you know the records?
The record would definitely, yeah. I mean, we're talking 50s.
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra, Ella Fitzgerald.
Nina
Was
Simone.
Okay, yeah.
not so much then. Let's see, Paul Bailey, the guy, Mel Torme. He's the guy that Frank Sinatra reckoned he was the best singer on the planet.
Okay.
The Velvet Fog, they called him. Anyway,
Velvet Fog, excellent.
yeah. So I was listening to my mum's music, and later my older brother and sister.
Yeah,
But
so it wasn't that wasn't the usual answer of the Beatles and the Stones sort of thing. We got
no,
these-
no,
Mine-
no.
Mine's a bit
That's-
unusual
yeah.
as well, right? So my mum was listening to classical, like Bach and
Yeah.
Tchaikovsky and all that sort of stuff. My dad, his two favourites were Barry White, and listen to this one, the Ink Spots.
the Ink Spots, yeah.
They were like a choir.
Yeah,
And
harmony,
It was
glass
like
harmony, yeah.
Green Grass,
I don't know whether
Green
I'm more
Union.
surprised that you've said ink spots, although Fred knows who the ink spots are.
So he's
Yeah,
explained
really.
to me.
Yeah.
Can we explain Wordle again?
1950s.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Carry on,
go
Fred.
back.
Tell us about
Yeah,
your music.
yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Drag
one
you off.
day she's playing a George Shearing album, yeah, jazz pianist, and he's playing Greensleeves,
Oh, yeah.
but it's Greensleeves and then variations on it, taking it all over the place, and I'm thinking, wow, what is this? And I said, who is this guy? He said, oh, George Shearing, he's British. Oh, right, yeah, but he's works with all these Americans, and he's blind.
Okay.
No, I'm a kid and I'm trying to get this. He's blind and he's
Yeah, he's
playing,
playing that,
playing
yeah.
this sort of stuff. Yeah,
Leading me on to Stevie Wonder, another who's talent money with
Yeah.
harmonica.
that makes me wonder about
Yeah.
visualization.
Well, yeah.
of blind
You
people.
lose
Yeah.
a sense, you gain it in other places.
Yeah.
They say, don't
Yeah,
they?
but yeah,
You become stronger in your
So-
other senses.
So you've worked with a lot of local bands as well. Slow Time Mondays is an up and coming local phenomenon. As we should
Yeah,
say.
phenomenon,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm terrible with that word.
I've got to say crisps.
It's always word of mouth. I mean, I ended up with working for Slow Time Monday, who's Mike Doby.
Okay.
They put something on Facebook, looking for someone to come and take care of their sound.
Yeah, which was just for everyone out there. Mike Doby was a local artist that you knew.
Yes, yeah, the late Mike Doby. Yeah, I mean, he was big on the scene. He'd gig all over the place.
Okay,
He'd
yeah.
do 3 45-minute sets and DJ in between. I mean, he was
Wow.
hard working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what led you to the Slow
Well,
Time.
they were looking for someone, and he suggested me. I mean, we knew each other. That's the thing about musicians is you get to know everybody, and basically word of mouth. I mean, someone wants to do a charity event, they would go, "Yeah, are you free?" It's never been my source of income. I was doing this when I was still working as a postman.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Going doing a gig and then going to doing the night shift.
I think if it's something that you really love, once you start putting it into work, it's not something you really love anymore.
It ceases to be work. Also, somebody said,
Keep
you
them
know,
apart.
if you find something you can do that you love, you'll never work again.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a great point.
So I'm like, I've got a PA, I've got a van, I'm retired. It keeps me physically active and keeps me out there, meeting all sorts of people.
When did
All
you
sorts
first
of people.
start driving?
When I was 40.
40, yeah.
Yeah, I had to pause lessons while I had this mental breakdown.
Okay.
That sounds quite funny, but I actually did.
Yeah. I just remember going back because we've known each other years, right?
Yeah.
And I remember you was at the post office at the time, and you was like, oh yeah, I've taken my test and passed and bought yourself a car. And didn't that make things easier for you to get around gigs and all that sort of stuff as well?
No. Well, it obviously did. But I mean, I didn't start doing gigs until probably I was about 40, probably about that age. Yeah. I mean, Uncle Ken Birch used to
I remember, Ken.
used to do the sound for me.
How is he?
Yeah, he's going great guns, still doing open mics.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Staying with the music, Fred, can you tell us a little bit more about the charitable stuff you're setting up and the charitable stuff that you're doing in your music?
Yeah, certainly, yes. Always up for a gig. I mean, that's the thing about musicians. You can always get a charity gig, which is good when you're starting off. But when you're on the road and you're earning a bit of money and you're actually managing to pay for your rehearsals, you're thinking, well, actually, no, we can't afford to do that.
What sort of charities have you set up for, Fred? Have you organised gigs for them? And
Yes, we did one a few years ago, a gig for Ukraine.
Okay.
It's when that first kicked off.
When it first new one, yeah.
I mean, we were still in the COVID era, and so you saw a lot of TV, and of course, all the devastation of the bombing going on in Ukraine really affected everybody, and it affected me. So I thought, okay, got on good old Facebook and just basically put a message out about doing a gig for Ukraine. I did 4 of those because the response that I got was unbelievable.
It was good, yeah.
It was unbelievable. So I put on 4 gigs, 1 a month, 4 different venues in Crawley and Horsham. Raised a couple of grand, and that went to pay for laptops, because kids in Ukraine were distance learning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right,
Yeah.
okay, well, from school, obviously, because they can't go to school.
Yeah, I mean, I've also done stuff for people that have wanted to do stuff for a personal charity.
Okay.
Do you remember a gig for Laura?
Yeah, I do. That does ring a bell. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Carol Mick Vincent that organised that.
Okay.
I was actually involved with that. I didn't do the sound, but yeah, I seem to be the first person people
Who's
think
Laura?
of.
Sorry, that's it.
Laura was a teenager who had a prosthetic leg,
Right.
and she needed another one, and the National Health apparently couldn't
Yeah,
deal with it,
not
couldn't
enough.
supply it.
Yeah, not enough money.
So a couple of friends gone, right, let's put on a gig for Laura. So
Okay.
that was that.
And you've done it. Got her a leg.
I believe so.
Fantastic.
I mean,
Well
this
done.
is a few years ago.
Congratulations.
I can remember you doing the Save Crawley Hospital, Fred, in 1999 at
Yes.
the Hall. That was a big one.
Yeah, it was Councillor Chris Mullins
That's
behind
right.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great gig. I mean, you go. So that's you've been doing. Is it always for charity, or or does that inspire you to put these gigs on?
I just take whatever comes my way.
Yeah, the
You
cause.
know, I
for
mean,
the
somebody
cause.
goes, we've got a multi-band gig. Can you come and do the sound?
Yeah.
I get approached by different bands. I work for a couple of bands on a fairly regular basis. Maybe 3-4 times a year.
Yeah.
Don't really want to work for the same band all the time. I just get fed up with the set list.
Yeah, and annoyed with the lead singer, I should think.
Excellent. Great delivery. But we're going to change gear now. Are you ready for the quick fire round?
Okay, go on.
Let's go. Apples or oranges?
Oranges,
Wine or beer?
beer,
Curry or fish and chips?
curry,
Red or blue?
blue,
In or out?
in,
Oasis or Blur?
Oasis.
EastEnders or Coronation
Yeah,
Street?
I don't watch either of them.
We got to have one or the other.
No.
Pasta or rice?
Pasta.
Day or night?
Night.
Deep pan or thin crust?
Oh, thin crust.
Ketchup or brown sauce?
Brown sauce.
Sweet or sour?
Sour.
Mars or Snickers?
Mars.
Mars or Spanish or French?
Yeah, French.
Walsers or Dodgems?
Waltzers or Dodgems? Dodgems.
Star Trek or Star Wars?
Yes. Star Trek.
Swan or Dove?
Dove.
Metallica or Van Halen?
Metallica.
Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter?
Harry Potter.
Walkers or Pringles?
Oh, definitely Walkers.
Liverpool or Manchester?
I know nothing about football. I take it is about football.
All right, let you off on that one. North or south?
North.
Left or right?
Right.
Brilliant. Some tough ones there.
You navigated that well, Fred.
It's now time for your deep dive question. if everybody is sitting comfortably, we shall begin. Is AI taking over the world, and should we be scared?
Ooh.
Right, AI, that's artificial intelligence.
Artificial
It
intelligence.
used to mean something else, didn't it? Artificial insemination.
Oh, okay.
I don't think them two were quite connected, though, were they?
Don't think that's taken over the world.
Get the
Should-
bullshit.
Is it taken over the world? Well, it's certainly taken over Facebook. I've seen so many photographs of artists that have obviously been doctored. I mean, it's very well done. But I mean, you talk about people like Crosby, Stills and Nash, Neil Young, people who I know, being in the anorak that I am,
Yeah.
I know all the photographs.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I saw one today, and they put together a young Neil Young. Neil Young as he is now in the same car.
Yeah.
It was very
Yeah.
good.
That's clever.
So you're talking that
Nice one.
music. Yeah, you're talking that the AI does the different music, doesn't it? But is it taking over? Are we going to lose jobs? Is it something we should be scared of? That's
Well,
the main.
I mean, I really do not know the full extent of what artificial intelligence is capable of. I think it's probably a bit scary.
At
Yeah,
the
it
moment,
does seem that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
the scene at the moment, right? So is that they're rolling out robots, right? So that and I mean, there's a lot ready to go as well, like
Yeah.
thousands upon thousands, right? Intelligent robots with hands that can clasp things. They can pick
Yeah.
up a mic and dance around. They can wash up. They can shave you.
They
can
don't sound
cut
too
your
scary,
hair.
Clive.
No, well, this is the promotion of them. They're not supposed to
right,
be
I see.
scary.
Okay.
They're supposed to
Yeah,
be.
that
You
would-
can rely on your
Right.
robot,
Ah.
and it will cost you the same amount as a Tesla car, which is
Okay.
you know, or maybe half of that price, in fact.
They seem to
Yeah.
put this in. I don't know if you watch a lot of television or film, Fred.
Try
but,
not to.
Yeah, but they seem to put a lot of this on television. There's been many over the last 20 years. There's been many a film or series alluding to that fact where it's all going to be all right. They're going to just be someone to help you do the vacuuming.
Yeah.
It's going to make your life easier. Whereas really, it inevitably they turn psychopathic and kill everybody.
Yeah.
Well,
Well-
the thing is that has always been the case. I mean, if you just think about 100 years ago, aeroplanes, Morse keys, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Each change that seems to come along benefits a certain group of people, but disadvantages another. We used to move stuff by canal, then it was railways, now it's road or the air. Should we be scared? No. What we should be is aware of it and make sure that people in charge control it. I
So
worked in a
like
factory.
The teaching of it, yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
teaching of
I worked in a
parenting.
factory once making central heating radiators, and basically we were there to do the monkey stuff that the machines couldn't do. They were all programmed. It was robotic, and I mean this is late 70s, early 80s. I mean they would seam weld the stuff, the radiator panels. We'd test them. Any bubbles, put a mark on it,
Yeah.
pass it on to the guy that would weld the bit that the robot missed. Self-driving cars. What's that about?
Yeah, I see. I put it down to. I always say, from what you've just said there, I always say, in my mind, it's very similar to when they had the Industrial Revolution and the farmers that started off. They obviously they were in fields picking with lathes and they
Yeah.
were pulling stuff by hand, maybe, and then using horses and things.
Sure. Yeah.
And then we came along and said, no, you've got to use this modern machinery. Now there was uprising from we're going to lose jobs. It seems very we're going to lose, but it never stopped the Industrial Revolution, did
no,
it?
nothing-
Even if the farmers
Yeah.
had that protest.
Apart from the plague.
But at that age, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is
Send
well,
that in again.
And the
Yeah.
the plague that we had quite
Yeah,
recently,
yeah.
COVID, was similar.
yeah.
Maybe it's a similar sort of time slot.
Yeah, it's
It is a
you can't stand in the way of progress.
No,
You
that's
can't, no.
exactly the point.
Unfortunately, no matter.
Yeah.
And change always brings about fear.
Yes.
People don't like change.
No,
Yeah,
I don't like change. I can't stand change. I want to
Yeah,
change.
absolutely.
I
That's a
like
good point. It's a
everything
very
to
good point.
sit
Yes,
just
yeah,
as
but
it is.
nothing stays the same.
No,
I mean,
no,
the
yeah.
changes in
It's
our
a flow of the
lifetime are
river, isn't it?
incredible.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, good old interweb over there. I mean, brilliant.
I kind of fear though that you know, in my life, you know, I've seen the best years ever that the world could have had in this particular country. Anyway,
But I think we
But-
see that through rose tinted glasses. Sorry, Clive, go on.
yeah, perhaps. But what I'm saying is, for the next generation, with the way things we hear are going, right, with AI and technology and wars all around the world and greed and narcissism. I worry about our children. What's going to be left for them.
But was that not, or going back to what we were just discussing, was that not always, this is something I'm always, was that not always the way that the people that 30 years ago were still having them same worries about everything that we're worried about? It doesn't really matter about the extension
We're
side
moving
of
into
things.
something a big arena there, aren't
that's
we?
what we were saying earlier, isn't it? That it doesn't,
I
it
think
doesn't really change, does it?
It's the extent of the change at any particular generation time. I mean, rock and roll, that'll never last.
Yeah.
You never make a living out of playing guitar.
So what was the first change that you ever noticed?
It changes gradual, isn't it?
But the first one you sort of... Like,
the first major impact, I suppose, would have to be when I was a postman, because I was there 30 years. All the other jobs were, not that long, basically monkey work. Yes, post office, right. Used to do 2 deliveries, use a bike, sort mail, loads of staff in there. You had a travelling post office.
everyone smoking a fag.
Ridiculous, yes, unbelievable. So in a very short space of time, went from that to mechanised letters, machines, OCR machine, optical character recognition. We'd read the address, sort them for you. And so, the good old night staff, I think when I went on to nights, there was maybe 20, 25 people. It's starting to go down gradually. Postman, yes, double up in a van these days. You don't see a post bike.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to drop pouches and have a pouch drop thing in various places around.
And it's true that postmen wear shorts because it stops the rain. If you wore trousers, it would stop the
skin dries quicker than the trousers.
I didn't know that. Telegrams. Don't get those anymore.
Telegrams. Now let's see. I don't think they were there. No, I'm thinking about when I
It's got to
joined.
email.
No, 89 I joined. So they weren't doing telegrams then. First day covers, those things that you with commemorative stamps on. First day, not a first day covers. It's the thing, if you're a philatelist, I'm going great guns here with the
tell us.
rest.
No, what's that one? Go on.
A stamp collector.
Okay, brilliant.
You'd know what a first day cover was. People collect them. Anyway, these days they get done by machine. But in the old days, it was a special bit of overtime that was using the little stamp. And
Right, going back to when you were saying then, how much would a stamp have been?
I don't know. I never bought them.
Go on, guesstimate.
What when I first joined?
Yeah. 20p? 20p? I think they were about 17p or something like that.
Probably something like that.
How much is a stamp now?
Get a mortgage on it. Right, so going back to this AI thing, right? Is there a case of what we say is if the AI took over control, say nuclear weapons, would that be a threat?
Of course it would. Yeah, but the thing is, you can't let that happen. I mean,
but if the AI,
I'll put it this way: is it going to be better than Donald Trump staggering around looking for the button?
Touche, Fred, very
Maybe
good.
it could be.
Very good.
Nah, it's a control, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's the scariness of it is what we're trying to get at. Should we be scared? All right, let's summarise.
Who's going to make money out of all this?
Yeah, well, that's somebody.
That's the bottom line. As long as people are making money out of it.
Yeah. Fear-based. So let's sum things up. What do we say? Are we going to be scared? Should we be scared of AI, or should we just leave it alone and get on with it?
I'm scared.
Fred?
I'm not, because I'm old.
Right, cool. Whatever. AI, schmai.
I think Elon Musk is scared as well. Isn't he? Sure he is, poor fellow. He's struggling with his identity at the moment.
You tell him, Clive.
You sure he's not a robot?
What a great conversation. Now, before we wrap things up, we have a couple more insightful questions for you. When was the last time you cried and why?
The last time I cried, 32 years ago, I was having an awful lot of mental turmoil. I've mentioned that already. But something was going wrong. I didn't feel right. I was anxious all the time. So I tried to think back to a time when I didn't feel anxious. And I wrote a piece called Mummy, My Eyes Are Blue. And when I'd finished writing that, that was the last time I cried proper hot tears. It was a story of a very traumatic event when I was about 8 or 9 years old. I won't detail that because read my page.
Yeah.
But yes, yeah, that's why I write the stuff I write on Facebook about different jobs. Probably helps my sense of who I am and my identity, because my recollection of time is, I don't want to say strange. I mean, to me it's not strange, it's just that I don't recognise it. The millennium bug could have happened a couple of years ago as far as I'm concerned, rather than 25. So my conception of time-space is just not there. I remember events, but not the sequence in which they happened.
So you've got a good memory for the past?
That's why I can remember. I
See,
can
I
remember things like, I mean, are you sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you as brief as I can about that. I was driving out to Copthorne one day to do the delivery in my little red van, tuned to Classic FM because it's not distracting, because you've got to keep moving. And this piece of music came on, and I had to pull into a lay-by because I felt such a glow of well-being inside. It was physical. It really, it was incredible. Anyway, I was thinking, I know this. What is it? What is it? What is it? And at the end of it, the announcer didn't say who it was. I said, oh shit. So I clocked the time. When I got back home, went on the good old interweb and looked up the playlist and found out what it was. And what it was the music that used to fade out the last 15 seconds of Listen with Mother.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, Listen with Mother was on in the afternoon on the old light programme.
Watch with Mother. Watch with Mother.
No, Listen with Mother. This is
On the radio?
Yeah.
Right, oh, okay, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, the light
Yeah,
programme.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, Listen with Mother. It was on after the Woman's Hour, and it was for small children, preschool children, 15 minutes long. Lovely little format, but it used to fade out with this. It was by Foray, and it was called the Bacchus from the Dolly Suite. And I think I pronunciated that right, because they got this thing on the internet where you can put it
Can
in.
you play that for us? A little bit
Yeah, Bacchus, I believe, stands for sleep song.
Okay.
Because little children need to sleep in the afternoon, and that's how Listen with Mother used to fade out. And that's the effect it had on me all those years later driving out. I mean, it really, really hit me that much.
Yeah.
That's the power of music to me.
Brilliant. Yeah, wow. Wow.
Well said, mate, well said. Lastly, if you were in charge of the country, what would you do differently, and what changes would you make?
Right, yeah. Well, if I ruled the world,
Yeah, if you were king.
every day would be the first day of spring.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, no, that's a song lyric. I'm no more qualified to run the country than Donald Trump is to be president of the United States of America.
Got a bit of beef with Trump, have you? Got a bit of...
The thing is, if you're going to make a change, people are going to resist it. I mean, we've already covered on this one. What I would do is do something about the roads and the number of vehicles.
Oh.
Yes.
What's
Yeah.
the matter with the roads then, Fred?
Oh, yeah, don't.
Have you driven
what's
lately?
right with me?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Go on, Fred.
Okay, if you look at the map of the world, Great Britain or the United Kingdom is pretty small. So, and it's not getting any bigger, it's eroding, it's shrinking. We've got a much, much higher population. We won't get into the people crossing the channel stuff, that's
for another
that's a
day.
different thing. But yes, you've got a lot more people. Everybody wants a car, 1, 2, 3 car families. So think about it, something has got to give. The roads are in a state, whether it's because of the number of cars, it's probably a combination of that and the weather. Do we need all these cars? People don't want to give up because it's my God-given right to sit in a
Well,
traffic
do you not
queue.
think a bit of better public transport
Exactly,
at a
that's-
rate would be the answer? Because other countries seem to be able to do it.
Yes, I mean we do have that though. I mean if I want to go to Horsham and have a few drinks, then I get the bus over there.
Yeah, we do, but it just doesn't seem like it's. In other countries, it seems to run so much smoothly. But bus, if I knew that the bus was definitely coming, or the train was definitely coming,
Well, yeah,
you
but
would use it more.
it does,
Yeah.
it does.
So
So
go back
it does.
to-
You're
Going
probably
back to the
right.
AI, right?
But you
How
understand what I'm saying. though?
Yeah, I understand.
In other countries, it
How do
seems
other
to be-
countries manage that? And this is where it comes into me not
Right.
being a person that should be running the country.
Yeah.
What I would do is get a group of people with funny shaped heads that know how to do this stuff.
See, I've got an AI car, right? Like futuristic, driverless, right?
Yeah.
So I can just like tap on my phone, come pick me up, and I'll just go and jump in it, and off I go.
When I get back from a gig of night time, parking is a nightmare.
Yeah, that'd be handy,
so-
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
You'd sort out the car. You'd sort out all the cars.
No,
wouldn't you?
basically, what I'm saying is do away with all these cars. No more 3-4 car families.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Force people, they don't like it, you know. I mean, but there you go. I mean, and I'm a liberal, you know.
Yeah. Oh, beat them.
No, I mean, if technology's there, if it's there, then people will use it.
Yeah.
If you take it away,
Okay.
yeah, they'll grumble and that. But you know, get on the bus.
Okay.
And high-speed trains. What's the rush?
This has been
Yeah.
fascinating. Lastly, but not least, we have the right to rant. We give you 30 seconds to really let rip. Something that really gets your goat or grinds your gears. This could be something as trivial as dropped litter or bad parking or something more in depth. Your time starts now.
Okay, I'll roll up my trouser legs and put a knotty hanky on my head, as per Monty Python, for you old people. AstroTurf.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
hate that
here in Crawley, the subsoil is clay, drainage is a problem. I live in Bewbush, nice little garden at the back, and everybody else around me, well, not everybody, most of them, have slabbed their garden or put down that ridiculous fake turf.
Yeah.
It looks
It is,
stupid,
oh.
but the water table is rising
know.
and it's creeping up my
Yeah.
back garden
Yeah.
path.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, time.
Horrible-
Just on time
horrible
there,
stuff,
Fred.
that
Just
is.
on time.
I totally agree with you as well, Fred. Totally. Well, Fred, our time has come to an end. And what an absolute honour it has been to have you on the show. We would like to present you with the Behind the Scenes Britton pin badge. We hope you wear it with pride.
Oh, thank you very
Oh.
much.
And please come again.
Please come again, Fred. It's been brilliant. It's been really nice, mate. Hope
Oh,
you've
thank
enjoyed
you.
it. Hope you enjoyed it.
And we'll see you next time for another episode of Behind the Scenes Britton with me, Clive Britton.